Uzbekistan Chess Championship. And we're looking at 2 games taking place right now. Abdustorov, of course, for Uzbekistan, playing his co-national Javokir. And the other one is Alexei Sarana for Serbia. With white playing from the Azerbaijan, Mamedjarov, Shakhriyar. So that's what we're looking at. And what's interesting here is that white is having the bishop pair. The bishop pair against the rook. I think this is very instructive. I think this is quite cool. A little bit of a weakness on h6. Maybe king h5. I'm not sure. The bishop pair, I am thrilled about the bishop pair. Absolutely. And look how, just imagine you're playing black. Hello, Tal. Just imagine being black and actually having to play with the rook versus those 2 bishops. First thing first, the b3 and c4, it's pretty much untouchable as it is. Just look at that structure. You're not going to touch it. And, there's many details. I'll just try to cover as much as I can. And the rook has to look after this guy anyway, because if that pawn is falling, practically white had just created the pasa. That is the b3 pawn. Frankly, I would rather having whites here. For none of them. I'm not emotionally attached to Kramnik or to the other fella. Is he from Peru or something? Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even bother looking at the quarrel they might be having. Really, yeah. I'm not sure it's completely draw, Tal. I'm not sure. Look, if you give me the position here and you're asking me which one should I be, there you go, king h5, exactly as I said, because h6 is a weakness. I would keep playing with white for sure here. Actually, I think I want to try and win with white this one. It's not going to be an easy endgame for no one, but I would rather having the bishop pair and having the current position. I'm not fully convinced this is a draw. And even if the engine says this is a draw, I still don't care. I would go for a little bit of play here, having the whites. Look, these guys are just unbearable for black. Black is reduced to be playing very defensively, and they've got a pawn majority. I'll give you that. On the king side, I'll give you that. Pawn majority, they're all connected. It's a pawn island. All black pawn are all connected. Okay, I admit it. But boy, oh boy, you're actually facing 2 bishops. And b3, c4, again, is untouchable. Whose turn is it? Black. I would definitely keep playing here. If I was Alexei Sarana, I'd keep playing here. I would just think of all the possibilities. If the f-pawn, my friends, if the f-pawn is being pushed by black, then e6 becomes a liability. Constantly hit by the bishop. The king is here. I think king on h5 continuously will be pressurizing h6. There is so much detail to factor in. I don't know if g3, h4 might be proving useful in terms of compelling black to capture or to move this guy so I can hit twice here with check. Again, if black pushes the f, then e6 will be forever targetable by the bishop on c4. There is a bunch of good stuff happening here, particularly for white. I would keep playing to win, being with the white pieces here. Black, on the other hand, kind of needs to play a bit more defensively. The rook will be, and it is, slightly overworked maybe. Rook has to keep an eye on the b4 pawn. Rook has to stay away from the future attacks coming from... There you go. So black already committed. f6, guys. We're going to come back to what we said, that this one is a liability. And even if they push it, actually, I've got all the light squares with this bishop. So let's see how the game evolves. I think it's just gorgeous. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. And now we can start debating. I think it's very instructive, Tal and Emmanuel. If I didn't say hello to all my friends, I was just lost in my own interpretations here. Okay, what did he play? Bishop e5. A little bit of a waiting move. Maybe does he want to play f2 for this? You could play very many things. Very many things. I'm not sure it's fully a draw. I'm not sure. I don't want to ask the engine just yet. I would play for a win here with white. I would just try to play a bit longer. I wouldn't accept a draw here. Just not just yet. Unless you're completely not in the mood to play. If you're not in the mood to play, if you're tired, if you're fed up, if you got something else on your mind, if you're not feeling up to a fight, probably you could draw. Black would be happy to draw, I guess. That pawn majority is a little bit flimsy, maybe not that much superior to the bishop pair, which I think is reigning supreme. The bishop pair here. I think it's absolutely is super strong, the bishop pair. There's no counterplay. The only play black has is the pawn majority on the king side, rolling down the pawn storm, rolling down Tal. That's the only game for black here. White has many tricks and stuff to do. Many different ways of attacking, targeting the weakening, the continuous weakening pawn chain. I mean, there's so many holes and breaches everywhere. I would just launch this guy on f2. You know, there's so many stuff you may play with the dark square bishop. You name it. I mean, bishop f2 would be one thing. Let's just erase all this green paint. Bishop f2 would be one option. Bishop f2, bishop here, or bishop here to pushing h4. Try and see if you can attack h6. Try and see if you can isolate the e pawn and maybe you isolate this guy. There is many things you could try here for white, being white here. But then again, let's see what happens. You could stop also on d4, coming back, stopping here, attacking here. King might be coming. There is many things you could try with white. We can obviously debate and discuss them all. So let me read your message now. g4, I don't particularly like it, I think, for the time being. I'm feeling like I'm suffocating myself a little bit. g4. There's no immediate hit on your king or something. I'm just feeling a bit strange, strangling myself. It's just a little bit strange with that g4 idea. Maybe. I mean, as a human, I don't particularly like to close my own king on h5. If you want to do something, push h4 if you really want to challenge that pawn structure. In the end, all you need is just two bishops and king versus king, so to speak. Or, you know, you need the bishop and a pawn, king versus king in order for you to win. I wouldn't play g4. If you want to do something, maybe h4, but I would rather play the bishop first. Bishop f2, check the king. Let's see what black decides to play after bishop f2. That's one thing. That's one thing. I mean, whatever they do, they will have to maintain themselves on the 6th rank because they have to keep an eye on the e6 perpetually attacked black pawn from this guy here on c4. So whatever you play, you got to keep an eye on the e6 pawn. Hello, David. Whatever you choose to play. And then I think I might be able to attack again some other targets as well. Then play a disruptive h4. h4, I think, should be played at some point. Again, there you go, bishop f2. We don't need the engine. And the rook has to move. And exactly as I said, it has to move along the 6th rank to preserve the e6 attack pawn. Now you have a chance to be playing again. Bishop e3, I absolutely said this one as well. Bishop e3. Oh, by the way, bishop e3 can also play bishop d2 every now and then, harassing this pawn. And maybe h4 is in the cards as well. h4. King moved. Okay, there's h4 here. There's many things here that might take place. There's bishop d2. Maybe g4, h4? Nah, I still don't want to play g4 now. I don't know why. I don't like to get my king trapped, auto trapped on h5 or something. It just feels strange to play that thing. Um. What would you play, by the way? David, Tal, G3, H4. Yeah. I think we can explore that idea. Yeah, G3, H4. Yeah. In order to disrupting, exactly. Yes. G3, H4 there. Yep, exactly. G3, H4. Yeah. Maybe I would have just hit H4 directly, but I don't think it's fundamentally wrong. G3, H4. Yeah, you want to create bridges, holes. You want to have your bishops even more active than they currently are, and you need to try to dissipate that pawn, island pawn, connected black pawns here. You need to hit them with your bishops and the king. Bishops and the king. Yeah, exactly right, guys. That is exactly right. David and Tal and the other friends of ours on the stream, that's exactly right. So it looks to me, guys, that actually white is conducting the attack here. Black is just, Mamedyarov here is just defending. He is trying not to lose pawns, so to speak. And probably he waits for an opportunity to see if they could, I don't know. I mean, that rook would like to get in trade for two bishops at once, but this is just impossible. I mean, you're not going to do it. You're not gonna trade that rook for two bishops. You're not going to do it. Impossible. But the pawn on b4 is very attackable. It's completely isolated, disconnected from the other pawn island. It's definitely targetable. Anytime with bishop d2, for instance. e6 already attacked. h4 is going to happen. Probably after white would take. I don't think black takes. Black can't take, because if black takes, his bishop takes h6, and you actually check the king. So h4, black not going to take, I guess. So white would be taken, and upon taking, black will take with h, not with this guy. Because if black takes with the f pawn, e6 becomes an isolated targetable pawn later on. So after h4, and assuming I don't know what black plays, but after white captures, black is going to take back with h pawn. H takes g, and then we can debate further on. Yeah, I think the bishop pair is superior to the lone defensive black rook. Totally the bishop pair. I would rather have whites here. Black doesn't have any particular plan. Black tries to survive. I'm not sure it works. I think you might be losing. I think. Probably he's thinking about that. I'm sure he's exploring all the possibilities. Rook takes, pawn takes. This guy's not going to make it past this bishop, though. And if you try to move with the king, I'm going to chip at your pawn wall there. I'm going to take your pawns, man. I mean, just look at the idea. Again, I don't dismiss anything. I do not dismiss any craziness if it pays off. Rook takes, pawn takes, fine. Assuming you want to roll this guy down, it's not going to go past the bishop, which I'm going to play it on c1, stopping you. In the meantime, if you want to venture with the king, I guess you will be dropping h-pawn. And if... Okay, he actually did do it. He bloody did do it. Okay, I absolutely love it. That's an idea. That's an idea. Okay, should we play this one now? Or should we push the pawn? That's within the promotion square. Let's not push this pawn just yet. I think bishop d4 would be the safest stuff. Keep an eye on this guy. Stay there for the time being. Wait a minute, whose turn is it? Okay. If you push the pawn, black is compelled to get in closer within the promotion square. Upon doing that, can't you just take this guy? I think you can. They're going to be moving closer. Then you also have this guy with the bishop. You got to keep an eye on them. I would rather do bishop d4. Bishop d4, e5, bishop... Not bishop b2, Tal. Bishop c3, I guess. I guess I would just stop my bishop on c3, not b2. I'm not sure. Maybe you're right. Maybe b2 for bishop a3 later on. I don't think I would push c4 to c5 now, because I can't offer further protection after king gets closer. The black king will have to march towards this white pawn anyway, but in the minute they do that, I'm going to attack h6. Yeah, you're going to have to... You might need to drop the white king back. Depends. It's very interesting. Can we think preemptively? Let me see. Can we play... Let's take it step by step. If you survive with the bishop, if you manage to keep this guy on b3 stuck, I mean like stoppable with your bishop, and if you manage to do something nice with the king, would be great. I wonder what might be the move. We need to explore g4, h4. Well, I think first thing first, you gotta... Have we considered bishop c1? We haven't considered this move yet. Then maybe g4, h5. Or maybe king g4? All right. Or maybe bishop d4. I'm still liking bishop d4 though. Yeah, they're going to push it. I'm not sure. Maybe bishop c3. Maybe bishop c3. This, e5, bishop c3. Yeah, they're going to move one more time. True. They will. That is correct. Then I'm going to come with the king down the board a bit. I am. Then they might be playing this. Then I'm going to move again. Then they might be pushing this. But if the king goes too far away from the promotion square, this my guy will be going forwards quickly. The other c pawn will be going quickly. Maybe we can lure the black king on g6 at some point. We'll see. This is a very instructive ending. I think I would play bishop d4, bishop c3. Bishop d4, e5, attacking bishop. Bishop c3. I don't know what black plays next. Very nice. The pawn on b3 currently is untakeable because your bishop is on a dark square. The black king also sort of can't be in two places at once. Bilocation is not possible, neither in chess nor in this physical dimension. So the black king will have to be careful with the white pawn and stay within the promotion square, not to slip this guy through. And at the same time, the black needs to take care of its own pawns here, which are attackable by the white king. It's a very difficult ending, not clear. It's a lot of room left for mistakes and for blunders. Otherwise, they would just settle things and they would have just shaken hands. But they didn't. So there is a lot of happening. d4, bishop c3, e4, c5, king f7. It is a possibility, Tal. Bishop d4, e5, bishop c3, e4. I'm not going to push c5, though. No. I think I'm going to play king g4 rather than c5, the move you suggested there. I'm not sure. Oh, I see what you're meaning. You're meaning c5 to make the black king go away so I can take on h6, you mean? Yeah, but I think you're kind of losing after that one, being white, because the black pawn will go maybe one more time, and upon taking it, you're dropping the other guy. This is very delicate balance. It's a very, very, very delicate balance. I think it's imperative you're dropping also the white king at some point. I'm sorry. First thing first, you have to stop the black pawns coming on b2, because then it's game over. So you either play bishop c1 or bishop d4, one of these two. No if, no but. You have to stop the pawn. You have to stop the black pawn now. That is the first the first utmost priority. So I would go bishop d4 first. And after e5, bishop c3. Is it? Not easy at all. Not sure. Maybe bishop c1. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Bishop c1. This guy goes anyway, and then I'm going to play this. If I play bishop d4, I'm going to waste another important tempo because they're going to attack me again. And then I'm going to have to play again. And if I'm moving here, they're still coming down on e4. I think there is multiple trouble here. Then they're going to push again, and when you take, they're going to play b2. No, I think you're kind of losing with bishop d4. I think you have to play bishop c1. Because after e5, you play king g4 straight away. You have to stop that guy. You have to try to. At least you need to try to. You need to try to play some king f5, ideally, kind of stopping this and whatever that means. So bishop c1, I wouldn't push c5. No, no, no. Bishop c1, e5, and king g4. That's what I'm thinking about. I think it's important to do this now. Bishop c1 because you're going to lose. The pawn is going to go and they're going to queen. And king g4 to stopping e4. Well, sort of. Because you're going to play this assuming e5 happens. Assuming e5 takes place. c5, king f7. No, you can't play c5. It's ridiculous. You have to stop the pawn. You need to stop the black pawn. So bishop c1. Yeah, this is a puzzle. This is the puzzle of the day. We could say like this. This is the puzzle of the day. So Tal, what would you play here being white? I would do bishop c1. I would do bishop c1, and after e5, I would play king to g4. That's what I would play. I have to play king g4. David, what would you play here with white? And Emmanuel, what would you play with white here? My choice is bishop c1, king g4. I think that's probably the safest route here to keep things under relative control. Relative control, that is. It's not over. There's still things happening. So let me highlight this, followed by this. Bishop to c1, followed by king to g4. And we'll see. Yeah, ideally, I'd like to get my king on f5, ideally. Being white, but difficult. Yeah, it's getting difficult now. It was difficult. It is, still is, and will be. Yeah, but I agree. If you play king to g4, you're kind of like no longer attacking the h6 black pawn. That is true. But you can't have it all. You actually don't want to allow your opponent queen. So, yeah, king to g4 I think is necessary as well. After king g6, I don't know. Maybe king f3. Maybe king f3 and yeah. Let's see. But yeah, the red arrow moves. It's my preference here for white. We'll see if that's the case. We can go quickly now and see what Abdustorov plays against his connational. Okay, let's have a quick look at this one. And then we're going to come back to Shakria and the other fella. So, Sindarov. Well, I haven't heard of this guy. I've definitely heard of Nordibek, but I haven't heard of this guy, right? So, let me look at the material. 4 white pawns, 3 black pawns. Whose turn is it? White's turn to play. Kind of like I think I'm liking white slightly more, but then it said this is not over. Should you like take this pawn here? Yes, David. I think you're referring to the previous game we discussed, and I agree with you. Bishop b1 and king g4 would be my choices too. Exactly in this order. Bishop b1, king g4. Especially if e5 happening by black. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, bishop c1. Yeah, I got your point. Yes, I understand what you're meaning. Yeah. As per this one here, I think, can you just take this guy? I think you should take this pawn on b6. Can we trade anything? Because you've got like 2 passes here. You need to trade off the queens if you can. I think you got to take this guy on b6 first thing first, right? Just take that pawn and see what happens. Try to trade off things. If you're white here, you would like to trade off the queens and the rooks. And virtually you would be maybe winning because of your pawn majority and your passes. But easier said than done. Probably you need to capture on b6 first with the white rook. And you take it from there. So bishop rook takes and... Yeah, looks like you're going to lose. Exactly, rook b6. So yeah, you don't need the PhD for this one. So yeah, rook takes on b6, obviously. Already white is having 2 passes here. Yeah, looks like you're going to lose it. I agree with you, Tal. I agree with you. It looks like black's in trouble now. Yeah, you need to move that queen, of course. You need to move the queen now. I'm not sure. Would you go here? Would you go where? Would you go here? It's a lot of calculation taking place. I think I would go f6, and I will explain why. I think I would go queen to f6. I don't want to get checked by the black queen. Okay, then it's going to be this though. Then it's going to be queen to a4, attacking you on c2. So, I don't know. Maybe. Thank you for following, my friend. So he only played queen to d4. But there is a thing after queen coming here. After queen to a4, double attacking here, there is a little bit of a concern. Because actually I think black wants to do this. How do you defend? How do you defend? I'm doing fine, Daniel. Queen to d3. After queen a4, how do you defend c2? Well, you can push c4 if you're happy with. I think you might be able to push c4. Queen a4, c4. Okay-ish, I guess. Hello, Marlon. Queen a4, c4, queen d3. That's something. Many things possible. Queen a4, queen d3, queen a4, c4, you name it. Which one is it? Probably the engine would say white's winning this one. I don't know. I haven't asked the engine, but probably that would be. I think it's a big advantage for white here because of the 3 passed pawns on A, B, C files. So white should be winning if correctly conducted the defense here. You should be winning with white. Maybe just c3 though, but c4 is cool as well. After queen a4, that is. Queen a4, c3, c4, queen d3, you name it. One of these. And yeah, you would like to trade those things. Maybe this. And then this, just try to take off the rooks. So queen a4, queen a4, queen e4, defending c2. And the idea would be queen e4. Okay, he went actually queen to e2. Still threatening this. Let me highlight. And also the f3 under attack. You can't push the c pawn, by the way. Yeah, queen e4, I've indicated previously as an antidote to queen a4. So now queen e4 protects everything, and he does want to trade off things, and black is losing. Yeah, if black queen takes and pawn takes, black just lost. He's gonna resign on the spot. He can't accept the trade. He can't accept the trade. Yeah, it's gonna get gradually more and more difficult for black here because white's gonna push this guy too, I assume. And I'm not sure how you're gonna stop it. I'm not sure. I don't know how you're gonna stop it. You're not, actually. You're not gonna stop that pawn. And I can see on the screen that actually someone must have moved. Let me go to the Shakriya Mamedyarov here. Bishop d4, which we did speculate, but I don't know why I prefer bishop c1 a bit more. I prefer bishop c1 myself because after this one I have to waste another tempo moving the bishop. But I guess you can always play this, and after pawn being played, you're still within the promotion square. But you got to be very careful afterwards. I mean, e5 and bishop c3, which I did speculate, of course. Indeed, I did say it. Now, if e4, you are going to stop it using your king because you're still in the promotion square of the e4 black pawn. Yeah, it's 90 minutes, Daniel. Yes. Yeah. I think it's a very instructive chess ending here. Black's turn again. Would you play... What would you play? You have to play king f7. If you do king f7, you can't take on h6 because this guy gonna go down. And if you try to go, they're gonna go. Because actually they want to deflect your bishop. Your bishop can't run after two rabbits at once. So if king f7, I'm not sure you should be taking on h6, guys. Because king h6 is outside of the promotion square with this guy. I think the king is meant to stop the e black pawn. Because if the black pawn runs away and the king is on h, after hitting the e, you just lost the game being white here. Ah, that's fine. That's cool stuff, Daniel. I'm glad for you, buddy. I'm sure you're going to be learning a great deal of chess, and maybe someday you'll become a very, very strong, powerful player. Maybe Grandmaster, you never know. In the meantime, yeah, you can, hang around and have a friendly chat on our streams here, and we can learn together stuff. We can analyze our own games. Have a look at my YouTube videos and see if there's anything useful that might help in your understanding. So if king f7, now coming back to our hypothetical approach, if king f7, you can't really take h6. Am I correct, Marlon and David and Tal? Am I correct? King f7, you can't really take h6, right? You can't take it because you're losing. So you still need to play king g4. This is important. This is very important. E4, king g4, king g6. Yeah. You're getting a little bit trapped. Yeah. You then have to play h4. Obviously, if king g6 and stuff, you have to. Yep. I agree. So if e4, you're gonna play king g4, king g6, and you have to play h. So when they push it, you're gonna go this way. But then still a bloody problem. Nah, you're stepping into the promotion square. Very difficult ending. This is the puzzle. This is the daily puzzle. This should be the daily puzzle at leechess.org. This should be the daily puzzle. Do you? You outside the promotion square? E4, what do you play? You have to stop them. What do you play? No, I'm within the promotion square. I am within the promotion square. I don't think I'm losing in this particular sequence. Yeah, there is a pawn storm, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think e4 is particularly challenging. No, king f7 is great, don't get me wrong. King f7 is great, don't get me wrong, because king a the black pawn on h6 is pretty much untouchable. The h6 black pawn can't be taken because you lose the e pawn. The bishop can't hold the e pawn and the b pawn at the same time. It can't supervise both black pawns' advancement, looks to me. Yes, indeed, I would agree, Tal. I think it's super interesting endgame, and we can learn a great deal from this puzzle. A great deal indeed. Hey, long time no see, guest, and how's it going, man? That's another plan, Marlon. Yes, king f7. Yeah, that's another plan, of course. King f7, still keeping the black king within white's pawn promotion square. You could also play the f pawn, and you should, and you kind of must as well. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. I like that plan as well. Oh, yeah, the jet lags are quite challenging sometimes, indeed. Well, if you have to play in a chess tournament, that would be a bit challenging. If you're just traveling for leisure, that's probably not a great problem, since you're going to be resting upon your arrival. And okay, yep, thanks for joining the stream then, Gessen. Whilst you are waiting to board the plane. So I think Mamedyarov now considers king f7 and e4. I think these are the stuff you should be playing being black. Let me highlight then. E4 and king f7. I guess these are... Oh boy, oh boy. f5. Dropping the black pawn on e4. He definitely is into something. Pawn takes, this guy goes. You take, they take. If you take here, you lose the other guy. This is definitely something. I can't give you a direct answer straight away. Oh, you go to Kenya. Wow, man. That's quite a flight from Northern Europe to Kenya. That's quite a flight. So if bishop were to take, this guy coming down here, but can't I just play this? You kind of can, but then this guy's going to go a check, and if you go after them, you're actually dropping stuff. Crazy. Takes. Yes, it's check. Yep. Sorry, it's actually check with tempo, though. Yes. That's a... Yeah. Sorry, I completely forgotten. It is a check indeed. That's a forcing move. I think it's a blunder. I think this one is a blunder. Yep. Yeah, but e5 is a check. So whatever taking place, it's e5 is a check. King's gonna play f7. Then I can think maybe about, I don't know, I don't know why is he cooking. It could be actually, okay, bishop takes check. So that's a check. We all agree on this. Thank you for the update, Daniel. Yeah, we kind of knew that Nordibek is kind of toast in that game. Yes, we knew that Nordibek is about to lose that particular game. That is correct. So bishop e5, that's a check. King has to go f7. That's for sure. Now, the only stuff of concern for white is that black's going to push this guy. So what do you play preemptively? Bishop takes e5, king f7. What is white supposed to play? Do you play h4? They're still going to play f4 though. Then you take, then this guy takes, then you play here. I guess you're fine. With white, I think you're fine. Let's analyze again. Bishop takes, check, king f7, h4. King might be attacking bishop though. Then you go, I don't know where, bishop c3, then this thing happens. And then you're going to stop it with king g4, right? Yes, Gasson, looks like white is winning though. That's what I wanted to actually convey. It looks like white is actually quite okay. So bishop takes, king f7, h4, h4, not g, h. This guy's here, king is here, and you play h4. And it looks like you're winning. If this happens, you're just going to play this, king g4. That's it. You stop them all. There is something with h5, black pawn that plays straight away. You got to be careful about that. The last thing that might take place. h6, h5 to lure the king away. But then, can you bloody play just king f3? And you're still okay. You don't have to take that guy. You just play king f3. And you just stop them all. I would say, Gasson, white is winning at this moment. Yes, Marlon, king f3 and everything is okay. I'm not sure you have the time to play king g6. I'm not sure you could play king g6 anytime soon. I mean, you could play king g6, but it's not going to save black. It's not going to save black. I still think maybe f6, f5 was a bit of a blunder. A bit of an unnecessary, uncalled move. Maybe not the best move ever. But hey, I mean, we will double check at the end of it. I kind of like white at this moment after particularly bishop takes c5 check. I think you should have played, Marlon. Like, I think I discussed this with David, and I don't know who else said David or did Marlon, who else? I think king f7 was definitely a better choice for black previously than f5, that is, yes. I think king f7 was a bit better. Whatever that means, but definitely better. This one, I'm not sure. It looks like white can stop them all. Looks like. Very much looks like. You stop them and you can even think about winning. You just play to win. I hope I'm not wrong. Okay, I still have to take on e5, right? And then h4. Okay. Yeah. Guys, if bishop e5, do you see any way for black to win? I think this one is winning for white. I didn't ask no engine. I didn't put any engine, any software. It's just my raw calculation here, my own understanding. Looks like white is doing fine. After bishop takes e5 check, you gotta take that guy. And then you have to play h4. Was it a simultaneous, Gasson? Yeah, you can copy paste the game you played with the GM, and I'm happy to looking at it as soon as we finish this one, which is a live game, by the way. This is a live game taking place right now. Well, time is definitely a killer in chess, as in life, so to speak. What's the line, Tal? What's your line? Say it again. Bishop takes king f7. Okay, let me look at your stuff. So bishop takes c5, check. I think that's your line, Tal. King f7, fine. h4, fine. g4, g4. But I don't have to take on h6. Do I have to take on h6? What if I play bishop b2, though? No, 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 no. I have to. Wait a second. Bishop e5, king f7, h4, g4, very interesting. King h6, and then f4. Oh, bloody hell. h4. f4. How the heck do I stop it? Because g4 just stuck me completely. Bishop e5, king f7. What do I play here? Wait. It's super, super, super complex. Bishop e4, f7. What does y play right now? h4 now. Wait. Wait, wait, wait. Can I play... Can I play h4 now? Still g4, I reckon. Yeah, but then I'm playing this. But then they go this. Because then they play this. And if I take this, the guy goes here, and that's queening. Jesus Christ. It's not that easy. It's just not that easy. c5 instead of h4. I like your idea, Marlon. I like your idea. King must play. Maybe check first. This guy goes here, then c5. That's another idea. So, guys, look at this one. Bishop takes c5, check. King f7, c5, c5. The king has to do this. But this is attacking your bishop. Then you're dropping, say, b2. It's just so not easy. It's just so not obvious. Bloody hell. I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure anymore. Oh, did he? Oh, he didn't take. No, he was... Yes, Gasson. Good luck at your Lee Chess tournament, brother. Good luck. Good luck with your tourney. And I'm sure we'll see each other again virtually and stuff. And enjoy the holiday in Kenya. Take care of yourself. All the best, my friend. That's the puzzle of the day. This is the puzzle of the day. It's a pawn majority. F4 is going to happen. I'm not sure H4 must be played. After bishop takes E5, king F7, I'm not sure you have to proceed H4 anymore. Bishop E5, king F7. What does white play? H4, G4, C5, bishop E5. He just took, Tal, he just took on E5. So probably we're going to see king F7. He took on E5. We're going to see probably king F7. H4, G4, C5, F4. You take, he takes, you take. Yes, look, H4 still working. King F7, H4 still works. King F7, H4, you said G4 at some point. C5, Tal, C5. And if F4, I'm taking with the pawn. And you either like, I mean, like what? I'm winning, right? With white, I'm playing H4. King F7 doesn't matter. No, it's working for white. I think you're winning with white. You're winning with white, right? You do H4 here. H4, G4 to blocking your king in. You push C5. No, you're winning with white. You're winning. H4, you're winning, right? So if we had to go back in time a little bit, we could say maybe F5 wasn't the best move ever for black. Is there something we're missing? King F7, H4, G4, C5. What do you do? Really, what do you do? F4, you take the pawn. The guy goes on G3, H4. Hold on a second, it's not easy. King F7, H4, F4. Pawn takes. Oh my God, and the pawn is gone. No, it's not over. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, it's not over. Wait. No. H4, G4, C5, F4. This is very delicate. Yes, exactly. You got to play this one carefully. Again, H6 is not takeable because of this. This, and you're losing here. Is very difficult. The black king, the white king is a little bit immovable. You can't move it. Yeah, that's fine. King F8, that is fine. He's still within the promotions. You're not going to do nothing? Yeah, that's fine, King F8. King F8, King F7 are the same. I'm not sure how white should proceed, though, because of this. What do you play? I mean, literally, what do you play? C5 is stoppable by the king. No if, no but. So that guy is stoppable. It's just stoppable. You can't take H6. This is so delicate. And I think it's... You can't stop both the F and the B black pawns if you're white, right? What do you play? We got to take them one by one again. H4, G4. What exactly are you going to play? H4. We all said H4 like half an hour ago. That's the move I would have played. And now it's going to be G4. And what the heck are you doing beyond that point? Because F4 is happening. So g4, I don't know what you're doing afterwards with the white. You push this, right, f4. g4, guys, we set these lines ourselves. And I didn't get complete satisfaction for white. Okay, so what are you going to do now? You can't do this because you're going to lose the b pawn, which you're going to be queening. King can't really move, and even if he could, it doesn't make a bit of a difference. Should be a draw, you say? Are you sure? You got to push the c pawn now if you're white, because there's nothing else. So you push the c pawn. I'm not sure it's a draw just yet. You push the c, and then f. If you take, I'm going to push this guy. Actually, I'm winning, man. I'm not sure how much of a draw. It's very, very, very delicate. Yeah, c. I did say c pawn, of course. Now, f4 by black. f4 by black. Ah, f4. Yeah, uh-huh. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. Yes, you're right. f4 and king g4 stops it. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so what is black doing then? It just moves the king. It might be a draw after all. The king is stuck. The king is stuck, Marlon, yes. It might be a draw after all. King to e8. You're going to push. What is black doing then? This. 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 You're still a little bit stuck here. Come on. It's a very hard puzzle. Very difficult, hard puzzle. Because if it wasn't, those guys would have shaken hands already. It's a very delicate, very difficult puzzle with a very, very thin balance. You do king e8. The guy has to push. The bishop is running after two rabbits. You got to keep an eye on the b2 black pawn advancement. And you got to keep an eye on the f4. And the king has to stay in close proximity to g pawn. Because that guy is going to move as well. White is in Zugzwang, Marlon. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, white is in Zugzwang. Yes. Yes, you can't move stuff. Okay, see, okay. Okay, black's going to do this. You're going to push one more time. Then they're going to play this. You are in Zugzwang. You are in Zugzwang. Yeah, but the bishop has to keep an eye on this one and on this one, Tal. So how exactly are you going to position your guy? If you go one step to the right, you're going to drop B. If you go to the B, they're going to push the other guy, right? No, you're not in Zugzwang because as soon as you push the pawn, I'm going to take here. Yes, you're right. It just goes along the A1, H8. It goes along the A1, H8. Yes, that is correct. So now we're going to be this, check, this, push, takes, and then you're going to... Look, this is just so difficult. Yeah, you can keep swindling, but after black king comes closer, so let's say the white pawn will be captured. After black king comes down and down and down and down. Well, I guess you can keep the bishop here, right? Yeah, black is winning, Marlon. The black king will take the white pawn, then we're going to come down the board and take the b pawn or forcing them forward, and you're going to have to take with the bishop and then come and join the other three pawns. This is just so insane. Looks like the c pawn going to be captured sooner or later. Then the black king has the liberty to coming down towards the b black pawn. Yes, because the white king can't go anywhere. Yes, that is true because of the f4 and stuff. Yes. Yes. The white king can't move. That's the problem. The white king must take on g4 when f4 is being pushed. This is incredibly... Oh, wow. Are you sure? My God, this is incredibly difficult. You can't believe the level of complexity. I mean, look, we did say king d. Look, we kind of said those moves. I'm not sure. Yeah, of course, he did see a lot of stuff, that's for sure. Now, mind you, though, what do you do with black? I mean, genuinely curious. What exactly you playing with black rather than c7? You tell me what do you play, because I don't see anything else rather than c7. Therefore, that pawn's going to get sort of captured at some point. White, black king's going to go in front of them or something. I mean, you're going to have to push that pawn and black's going to take it. Then black king's going to go towards the b3 pawn. I mean, the level of complexity. This ending probably is, it's worth studying. This is an ending and it's worth studying. You have to push c7 and then you have to push again. And the black king takes. My God. Then the king's gonna move here. I don't think that makes any bit of... Okay, he took h6. My days. This? Oh my God, this is sickening. You push F now. If you don't push F, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters, like the Per Metallica song, right? Ballad, that is. So, F4, you take, pawn goes down. You don't even bother taking C pawn, you push F. You're going to create two passing pawns. F4, must take, goes down. And you've got a problem, I guess, with white. You don't have time to promote this guy. I think black's promoting first. This is an incredibly sick endgame. This is really, really, really fascinating, complex, beautiful in its incredibly difficult position. It's F4 now. Black can't play anything else but F4. Forget the C pawn, doesn't matter at this stage. Black is going to create a passo on the G file or the F file, so you can't stop them, right? Hello, Skip. So let's calculate again. Let's calculate again. F4. I'm going to create a passo. Let's say you take G3. I don't know, what is white playing? King here, or I don't know, what do you play? Then I'm going to go with this guy. No, black is winning, right? This is a puzzle since like 10 moves ago. It's the most hardest, difficult puzzle of the day. It looks like black is going to create a two pass pawns, two rabbits, and you're going to promote either B or G pawn. So F4 for black, and black is winning, right? F4 for black. So what do you do with white? What do you play really? Do you step aside, making space for the H? Oh my God, this is so sick. Oh boy. He took on C. Weren't you supposed to play F? King G. Now king approaches, attacking this guy. This is so difficult. So you got to keep the bishop on the B2 G7 diagonal. Of course it's different. Everything had been changed. After Black King took on c6, everything changed. Of course it's not the same, because this guy now goes. I think he blundered or something. Yeah, we're gonna go back, guys. We're gonna go back, check with the Almighty and see exactly. Because it looked to me, rather than king takes c6, you should have pushed f4. This is completely changed. This is completely changed. Now bishop goes b2, so to speak. Yeah, this guy's gonna go here though. And mind you, there is the h pawn ready to march on again. Very, 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 very complicated puzzle. And it's been a puzzle since like 10 moves ago. Bishop b2. Bishop b2. King e. Yeah, but I'm pushing the h. That's nothing you could do now. Right? f4 takes. Actually, there is something. It's still the f pawn. So you go along this diagonal. Then king's gonna go here, you go here, I go here, you go here, I push here, and then I'm winning again. So guys, if you do one of these games of the Super Grandmasters without the engine, you will get actually a little bit of taste of the reality of how complicated this game could be. And of course, how crazy difficult the endings are. And we understand once again the level of mental stamina to actually play this stuff accurately. It's just immensely difficult. Bishop b2, as I said, king e4, and now h. But then this guy's going to come down. f4. You take, but I'm moving again, right? And then the guy tries. Are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, apart from h5, there's nothing else you could do now. Yeah, h5 exactly as we said. f4 exactly as we said. What do you play? You have to take on g4. My God, how sick this is. King takes g4. And you're going to push this guy. And you can't stop it, man. Oh, Jesus. Black is going to promote before white does. It might be promotion, both of them, but then... Okay, wait a second. Whose turn is? White's turn is. Okay. So you can't take, because if you take, this guy's going to promote. The G pawn's going to promote. You have to push. They both going to promote, and I think white's winning because of that. It's going to be promotion for both white and black, but having a queen and the bishop, black's losing, right? So you're going to push the pawn now. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going to get a queen, he's going to get a queen, but I'm going to check your king. Yes, h6. Yes, it's h6. It's h6. Both are going to promote, but the problem for black is that white is enjoying queen and bishop. Therefore, something's going to happen. I'm going to attack more than you. Yeah, I'm going to do something, either skewer. I'm going to generate a skewer sooner or later. Right? What the hell did he play? Why didn't he push h6? Why didn't he push h6? h6 was guaranteeing a queen. The guy would have taken a queen, but you got a queen and a bishop. Oh, this is ridiculous, for Christ's sake. This guy's going to promote now. He going to go, you going to go, he going to go queen, you going to go queen, but he going to check you. Like here, or like here. Yeah, okay, you're still going to go away, but why did he do that? Okay, he wanted to... Okay, it's just so crazy. I think in our line of calculation, guys, white would have had an extra tempo, and that extra tempo matters so much. Yeah, but now black is actually checking. Oh, Bly, I don't know. I mean, you check now, right? You just check now. You've got 4 checks on the board. You've got 4 checks. I think in the previous line that we've calculated, boys and girls, actually white would have had the upper hand in terms of the first check because they would have promoted first. And now you're going to get checked a few times. And with 2 minutes, 3 minutes on the clock, you have to anticipate all these checks coming from everywhere. Okay. Where is Alexei Sarana going to go for? No, where is Shaq going to go for the check now? Okay, the bishop and the queens are connected. This was the most difficult ending of the day. Probably the most difficult. The most difficult middle game ending this was. This particular end game is crazy. It's a monster of a end game. That is correct, Marlon. Yes. Black is a little bit happy because the bishop and the queen are connected indeed. And there is a little bit of a shield by the g3 white pawn, which is kind of acting like a protection, a layer of protection against the black queen. Now let's see how Shaq decides to check. Shaq wants to go for a perpetual for sure. How do you do perpetual check here, though? As you could see, there is many ways to check the white king, you name it. Which one is it? Where do you go? Where do you go for the check? If this was easy, he would have moved already. You've got 4 lines to calculate here, and everyone comes with its consequences. I would personally go for queen to f5. I think I've got more chances to keep checking then. King h4. After king h4, yeah, you're going to go queen f4. Check again. I think, yeah, probably queen to f5, and then you're going to do further checks on f4, whatever that is necessary. You've got to keep checking. It's incredibly difficult ending. What happened? Oh, he actually opted for queen to d1. He opted for queen d1. My God, this is so... I definitely need another coffee after this ending. I mean, it's just crazy exhausting, this endgame. Queen d1 check. That's a check. Where do you go? Even if you go here, they're going to check. You're going to go back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this. Of course. Steps aside. You take. They take. Is this a draw, man? Is this bloody thing a draw? We got to go back, guys, and check if instead of king c6, f4 would have been winning for black. Because I think there's been a couple of weird happenings. If queen takes, bishop takes, and this is a draw, a draw, a draw. But I got to go back to that particular move with king to c6 that Mamedyarov played. I think he should have played differently. Now that's a draw. Queen takes, bishop takes. Yeah, you're never going to go with this guy. I'm going to take it, and the black king's going to take that guy. And that was about... yeah. Right? Queen takes... Wait. Queen takes, bishop takes. King gets closer. King... Yeah. No, I'm getting in front, but I have more tempi. Oh, this is so crazy. What? What is going on? What is going on? How can the queens be like this? Sorry, what is going on with the screen? Sorry, the moves are not updated. What? Someone got flagged? Who got flagged, for Christ's sake? Looks like okay, Alexei Sorana won with black, right? Sorry, yeah. No. Queen takes. White wins. If you take queens, of course, white wins. Yeah, well, white wins. So when you take here, bishop takes, and then you're going to protect the pawn. King to d3. Yeah, but you're going to get a queen. Yeah, but then king is going to protect. Yeah, king protects. Sorry, no. You're just moving. Yeah, you're moving up, and that's it. You're going to stop it. Okay. Let's go to c6. Yes, pawn is going up. Yeah, here. Ah, look, guys, look at this one. This was the game. If you guys remember, we were discussing intensely this position. If you guys remember, we were seriously discussing this position, and I think we all concluded the best move for Mamedyarov here is f4. So he did play a blunder with king c6. We were kind of right. We were slightly more right than Mamedyarov here. We did all say f4 is the move. We did say f4 is actually the move here. Didn't we say that? So f4, we did say that. G takes f4. If g3, this is so crazy. If you push the pawn f4, f5, sorry, because you're going up with the pawn. If g3, white is winning because you're going to be promoting, having more power than the other guy. So king c6, f5, king d5. This is incredibly difficult. King d4. This is so sick. Oh boy. b2. They both. This is absolutely sick. But guys, we were correct exactly at this stage. We were discussing and we said that f4 is the best move for black. The best move for black. And the other one apparently loses because it just allows white to move the king away from the edge, from the h, and getting closer to the g4 pawn and f5 and stuff. My God, so difficult. This is so difficult. So he made the blunder. He made the blunder here. Unbelievable, eh? King c6 is a blunder. And Mamedyarov played the blunder. This is the blunder. This is the blunder. Yes, h6. Yes. h6 is winning. Yes. That's another blunder made by the other guy. And we all said h6, didn't we? Yes, Tal. Thanks very much, brother. That was just crazy. Yeah, go to sleep, my friend. Totally. Oh, every single hour matters so much to sleeping, guys. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want you to be sleep deprived, guys. It's sleep, unfortunately, is necessary. We have to. So that was another blunder, Marlon. We all said h6, and actually you're gonna have a queen with tempo checking, and we were correct once again. We were correct. We were more correct than Mamedyarov when we said f4. Excuse the pun. And also we were more correct than Alexei Sorana when we said h6 must be played. Because h6 has to be played here with huge advantage. You're going to have queen and tempo before the other guy. King g4, it's still good stuff. King g4 is still good stuff, but you're going to get a queen. And you're going to check the other guy first. So h6 was actually the better deal here, and we all did see it. Whatever they do, you're going to promote first, they're going to promote second, and then you're going to do a skew or something down the road. It's going to be something because your bishop and your queen are connected. Can you believe that? My God. I think even at the highest level, guys, the level of fatigue that gets up with you, I mean, as soon as you go into this huge complications, you really start playing sloppy chess here. You just do questionable things. But I'm happy we actually identified the correct moves, and h6 was indeed the best move. So we were correct about this. What a crazy game. What a crazy game. Unbelievable. Ugh. Yes, when humans play, it's very fascinating and stuff. The engine doesn't account to anything. The engine is a winner even before the game starts, so to speak. Well, h6, it doesn't matter now. F or this or that, it just doesn't mean anything because we're going to get a queen now. They're going to get a queen, but actually I have the upper hand. Whoa. What the hell did I miss? Oh, you've got to be joking me. Daniel, there is actually one crazy move here. No, this is just a case study. This is actually more sickening than you ever thought it is. The one that actually wins is bishop d4. So you could put this one as a freaking puzzle, give it to the most advanced people, because after black plays g2, white is required to play bishop d4. I mean, this is just nuts. I thought you actually required to play h8, right? If you promote and they promote, it's going to be a draw apparently. You get a queen, they get a queen. And then you're going to keep checking, but you're not going to have any results. The only way to win is bishop d4. And if b2, you actually promote, it's just the most difficult ever. So either b2 or g8, sorry, or g1, b2. No. If it's g1, actually the bishop takes because the queen stops the other pawn. This is the trickstery. Bishop d4 stops the g1 queening. Bishop d4 stops the g1 queening. So if you push, I'm going to push. I'm going to take, right? If g1, do you take? Yeah, you do take. And the other guy goes, yeah, but you're going to get a queen and actually queen and bishop for real. And if you play b2, you're actually going to get a queen and bishop and queen. Oh my God. b1, and you're going to deliver checkmate. And, oh my God. Bishop takes. You're going to get a queen, but queen and bishop. This is so difficult. And if king takes, h8 queen. Yeah, you're going to stop everything now. You're going to stop everything, so to speak. How many people do you think can actually identify bishop d4 is actually the only winning move for white here? I'm not sure how many grandmasters can identify bishop d4 is actually the only winning move for white. Well, a few definitely can. I can't identify, not in under 3 minutes. Probably have to look at this huge amount of time. I mean, just look and despair. I mean, from a point of view, just look and despair. So bishop d4, the only winning move for white. I mean, you know, we should screenshot this. I think I'm gonna make a screenshot to this. White to play and win. Yeah, give it the puzzle, the hardest. White to play and win, and white to play. So let's make a screenshot. Yeah, we should make a screenshot. I mean, this is the most difficult stuff. I mean, just it's absolutely sickening. White to play and win. If you promote as a draw, you won't be able to deliver checkmate. They always escape, and you're supposed to kind of know that. Bishop d4 wins, and even then is not finished. Bishop d4, and you're supposed to have calculated both b2 and bishop g1. b2 you promote and you win, and if g1 you take, because actually you take the queen on g1, because after this you're actually going to have queen and bishop, and you're winning. Also, you're going to be checking with queen coming to d4 probably. My God. Bishop d4. Yeah, show this to any super strong player and ask them what to play and why. It's just... Bishop d4. So that is why, Daniel, we can say that Sarana went for king takes g4, because he actually saw that madness, or at least glimpses of it. He had glimpses of that complete madness, and he decided to do it like this. And then getting queen and stuff. He tries to simplify, I guess. He didn't like all that convoluted line of thinking. Yeah, well, my God. I'm not sure how many of us would actually see that the correct move here is bishop d4. I'm not sure how many of us would actually see that. I'm not sure I'm going to see this. I'm just not sure. I don't think so. I'm sorry, I don't think so. I need a very special state of mind, and I need a ton of time to actually figure out. And with 2 minutes on the clock, just forget about it all. He played king, yeah. He might have seen bishop d4. He might have seen that complication. He might have, probably. Here, probably he saw that madness that might happen. So he went for maybe for a simple way to win. Daniel, maybe he opted for a simple way to play and win. I just can't wrap my mind around it. It's just unbelievable. Okay, now we can conclude, of course, white is winning because, yeah. Yeah, that was just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe that. It's the most difficult ending. I think the most difficult I haven't seen a more difficult ending, not even in the Norway chess with Nakamura and Magnus playing. I haven't seen something more difficult in a long time. This kind of difficult endgame, I haven't seen it in a very long time. Yeah, you can make a puzzle. I'm not sure how many will see it. It's just... you gotta be a freaking machine to do that one, or to think incredibly accurately. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's try give it a shot here, and we'll take it from there. So G6 was White's last move. Okay. Black is supposed to play here. Has to shut off the rook. And then queen is going to take here. Oh, that's another difficult little one. You take here. Yeah, queen looks after the G7 pawn. Do you play this, though? Queen is going to take your guy. Could be moving bishop away. But what do you attack, actually? Just play this, but then the guy's going to go here or here. You can't take because then there is a game over. Okay, let's try figure out something. Rook takes. Bishop captures. You got to look at all of them. You've got to look at G7 takes F6. You have to look at rook sacrifice here. You have to look at very many things. It might be this as well. Yeah. It might be rook h4 for rook h2. It might be. Maybe rook h4 for rook h2. I mean, if I could get the black rook from b4 and put it on h2 would be good, because I think I have a checkmate sequence coming. The question is, how do you deal with this check first? Which I suspect you have to take with the king, and after this check you have to take with what? With the king again, but then the queen. Yeah, you got a bishop, that will do for a while. So if I'm correct, guys, it's something like rook b4 to rook a4 for sacrifice here. And if it's too slow, that means we missed it. It could be rook a4 for rook a2. Rook a4 for rook a2, rook a4. There's so much happening then, because rook a4 for rook a2. It's a little bit of a preparation. Rook takes, king takes, queen b3. King goes to a1, queen to a4, and checkmate. Rook a4. f6 takes g7. King takes, pawn takes, king takes. Okay. Okay, so guys, I think I'm going to play rook a4 for that. So rook a4 because rook a2. No. What about this for this, though? Queen d5. Queen takes, king takes, checkmate. Queen d5. Queen d5, they're going to do check. You're going to move here. They're going to do this. You're going to do this. Are you serious? Okay, it's either queen to d5 or rook to a4. I think rook a4 because queen on b7 wants to protect a bit the 7th rank against any possible checks and batteries, but it might be too slow. It might be too slow. It could be g takes f6. G takes f6, pawn takes. You're still running into the same kind of issue, but rook a4. So what do you think, guys? Is it rook a4 here? Rook a4, rook a4, rook a4. If h3, I'm going to take h3, gt, and then, yeah, rook a4. I'm going to play rook a4, and I don't know what else to. Did you guys find a better way? Well, I'm not sure it's that advanced, Danielle. It's rook a4 with the purpose of sacrificing on a2, because if the white king takes, I still have a battery here, queen, and then I deliver checkmate. If a3, I'm going to take with rook a3, and after pawn takes, I have queen to b1 checkmate again. So rook a4 is kind of winning if you mess up, if you sort out the mess here. Rook a4 is kind of winning. And my question was, how do we react after f takes g7 and stuff like that? But rook a4, I guess it's kind of like winning. Unless we're missing some in-between move here. Unless we're missing in-betweens. It could be h. It could be, look, it could be, believe it or not, rook a4 is an incredibly nice attacking idea. The question is if we shouldn't just push h6 to stopping the madness, and when the guy actually takes, you're going to play like this, and you would have stopped it all. So let me just tell you something else. I would assume rook a4 is kind of like winning. The problem is you've got these two guys that would like to open up stuff here. One way that I've kind of managed to identify to kind of stopping the guys is just pushing h6 now. Because after white takes with check, you are taking, but you have no more checks coming for a while. I mean, it could be this guy here, but I guess you could play queen d5. Also defending against the queen e5 and also preparing queen takes a2, king takes, and rook a4 checkmate. So this is a very difficult puzzle. I think something that Mamedyarov would probably be happy to do. I guess this insane puzzle goes with h6 as a first move. h6, f takes g7, king takes, and if e6, we have to play queen e5, queen d5. It's just another difficult puzzle. I still don't find this puzzle more difficult than the ending in Alexei Sorana and Shakria. That hypothetical position with bishop d4. I still don't find this puzzle more difficult than that ending. I think this is still doable. I'm still in shock after that ending with the Alexei Sorana and Mamedyarov. I'm still reeling. That ending, that end game was a monster. Okay, that bishop d4 just got me completely. You know, it got me pulverized. That bishop d4 move. I was completely pulverized by that move. Sorry, that's just like I'm still stuck in that position. This one I think is still doable. Yeah, so probably h6. I'm going to say this. If it's not h6, probably it's either this or that. Either rook a4 or queen d5 if it's not h6. If it's h6, it means it's important to stop any incoming checks and messiness. Because if you play queen d5 or rook a4, pawn takes, king takes, this guy takes, you move, queen checks. I mean, okay, bishop takes, pawn takes. You're getting checked by the rook, the other rook. I mean, it's just a freaking mess. No, so h6, I think, kind of stops it. It's more controllable. The defenses are more organizable after h6. After this. And then you could do this kind of stuff. h6, queen d5, or rook a4. These are the only, I think, moves you should be playing. I'm going to go h6 and I'll take it from there. I mean, I don't know. This is already super complex. This is a very difficult puzzle. Well, freaking hell. Yeah, I was right about freaking rook a4. Yeah, I was right with rook a4, guys, but I got a little bit scared by the potential of white to open up things here. Yeah, rook a4 was the move. I did highlight it on a screen, but I got too concerned about it. I just got too concerned, okay? I got really too concerned about it. Now I don't even know what the heck am I supposed to play here. If you take, it could be check like this. If you go in the corner, it could be check here, then you're going to go here. Oh, okay, just, okay. You can't be serious. Okay, no, you just can't be serious. This is so bloody difficult. So what do you want me to do? Oh, bishop blocks. Oh, sorry, bishop drops. Okay, so you close it in this fashion. Yeah, okay, it was rook a4 for the reason we've explained. And even then, it wasn't obvious nothing. So rook a4, as I stated, one of the strongest moves, true. But after check, you're supposed to not take, but move the king. And after check, again, you're supposed to pick it up with the bishop. Yeah. And now checkmate is sort of unavoidable. Or at least you got an incredibly strong attack. And yeah, checkmate is down the road. With the best defense, still shouldn't take more than 9 moves, apparently. Queen g6. Yeah, they need to start to play crazy stuff. Queen g6. Queen g6. And even now, you're not supposed to kind of... I mean, you could take... I mean, imagine you playing this on a real over-the-board game, and actually, if you want to have checkmate in 9 moves, you're supposed to play queen b3, right? Just imagine for a bloody second. And if you take the queen, which probably most of us will be thinking to play, if you take the bloody queen, they will take with h, and then you have to worry about rook to h, and then you have to move, and then... I mean, imagine you have to play this monster of a position in which even if you take, the guy is going to take. And now still you have to go with queen b3. The guy is going to play rook h. And you're sort of supposed to take. And yeah, well, if they take, you take. And if they check you here, you're going to go down the board, right? Okay. Well, if they check you again, you're going to take. Yeah, these are very difficult puzzles. Yeah, I kind of found the first move, rook a4. I did find it. I did say that's one of them. 3. Let me see if h6 would have... Hey, h6 still winning, for Christ's sake. Was it? Yeah, no, it's losing. Apologies. h6 is plus. Already, white is winning. +3. Queen f4. h6 is winning because this pawn goes here forwards to f7. Even if I do this, they actually take. Okay, okay, my God. King takes on king moves. It doesn't even make a difference. Bishop e3 and stuff. This is just so sickening. My God. Right, rook a4 wins, but after fg, you have to play king g8, gh7, bishop takes h7. Sick. Absolutely sick. But nothing was more difficult than that ending. Okay, guys, we're gonna put a stop for the time being. I think it was absolutely mad. The previous chess ending was absolutely mad. And fellas, tomorrow being Monday, I'm gonna do during the evening time an attempt to streaming because not during the afternoon. So say like 6:30 in the evening UK time. I'm gonna put the camera on. Okay, dokie. We're gonna do some nice analysis, or we're gonna try and do some puzzles or some casual chess and such. Thanks for watching this one, guys. Enjoy your days or your nights, and see you soon, fellas. Check my last YouTube video, by the way. You may subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done it. So, thanks for joining, Daniel, and see you soon.